exactly what you said. He's been doing MMA, but this guy likes to throw hands, likes to throw kicks.
Well, the one thing we always said, when he'd be in trouble, he only needs one.
Only needs one.
Now, granted, we're gonna have bigger gloves this time, but doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't only need one. So
he's entered the locked in zone, brought to you by Locksmith Security, getting your fighters ready for every round.
Yeah, and he's about 6 foot. He's 0-1 in kickboxing though, and he weighed in at 169.4, so walks around about probably 170. But yeah, so hopefully, I'm hoping, like I've talked about this, Barkau's had so much talent. He just needs to make sure he gets his training under wraps. So
his opponent now making his way to the cage of honor, Jayden. K1 bout at 170 pounds, brought to you tonight by Clean Ammo Cans and Roland Performance Diesel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the Cape Electrical blue corner, this Muay Thai kickboxer stands 6 foot tall, weighed in 169.4 pounds. He holds an amateur kickboxing record 0-1, representing Sabin's Martial Arts Academy and fighting out of DuQuoin, Illinois, Bryan, the Italian Stallion Barkau. His opponent across the cage of honor, fighting out of the Cape Electrical red corner, is a boxer standing 6'4", weighed in 170 pounds. Tonight, he's making his amateur kickboxing debut, representing War Eagle Fight Team and fighting out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Jayden Ross. Your referee, Tim Francis.
All right, here we go, round one. Let's get some action here. Bryan, Barkau, Jayden Ross.
Yeah, Ross in the black shorts, Barkau in the red, white, and blue.
Woof. Barkau right hand looking fast.
Like I said, I feel like striking is his world, so.
This makes perfect sense then. Come over here to K1.
But again, we see who Ross trains with, so his kickboxing should be pretty good as well.
Ross really lanky too, trying to use that to his advantage, keeping his distance here. I think it's smart with Barkau being really, really aggressive.
Oh, nice catch there. I agree with you.
Good right hand for Jayden. He slips out.
Using that jab to his advantage.
These are all big jabs coming from Jayden too.
Great defense.
Both guys look in shape.
They do, yeah, I agree with that.
There you go, leg kick, leg kick.
Yeah, it looks like Ross is figuring out Barkau's plan. Yeah, the little frustration for Barkau now. He's not able to land. Ross seems like he's dodging very well.
And Jayden's landing that jab, man. It's working right down the pipe.
That was
right
more the back.
Barkau keeps dropping the hands a little too often also.
Oh!
Jayden takes a big shot.
Right overhand right caused Ross to kind of look back and see where he was going to land. He got right back up, though. He looks like he's okay.
Now, this is definitely time for Bryan to pour it on.
Yeah, that
big knockdown. It's time to go.
Change the round. I don't like how Barkau's mouth's open, though. That can keep that jaw.
Another big right.
Oh, his eyes. He's hurt. He's hurt. Yeah, I'll say his eyes are crossed.
Wow, the big right over the top. Same exact punch as the first one. Bryan Barkau's got power in his hands.
Well, we talked about. I do think Ross looked like the more technical fighter, but again, Barkau only needs one, or in this case two. But he knocked him down with both.
It was the same exact punch.
Yeah.
I think that he was getting confident with the jab. The jab was working for Jayden that whole time. I commented on it earlier. And Bryan figured it out and started just sending a big one over the top.
Yeah, I mean, Barkau was having a hard time hitting Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Ross was dodging, Wiki talked about it earlier. Ross looked like he kind of had Barkau's game plan, but Barkau ended up connecting, and that's all he needed.
Yeah, I think Ross, he took too long to kind of switch his game up. If he would have came at him with something different, instead of going down the pipe with the jabs, give him a different look, maybe he would have started him. But he kept coming down the jab. It was working, but man, that right hand, man.
Right hand, buddy. Yeah, I told you, I've seen him fight a lot. He has a right hand. I've seen him be demolished for 3 rounds and end up winning right before the end because he lands that right hand. Because that's all he needs.
That's incredible. He goes up and shows a lot of respect there too. I appreciate that.
And hey, when you're in your debut fight, man, you got to take a couple hits, right? So, you know, you took a couple hits. You know what it feels like. You come back and do it again next time.
Yeah, he's upset. Probably he's not 100% sure what happened. 'Cause that was a pretty flush drop. So.
I don't like to see anyone go down to 0-2. Hopefully he doesn't say get discouraged and he stays with it.
Right. So let's send it up to Mike Kindle for the official word. Though we know what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Tim Francis, calls this stop to this fight in 1 minute, 56 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by knockout, Bryan, the Italian Stallion, Barkau.
Great fight for Bryan Barkau.
So, guys, what we got coming up now is 5 title fights.
Ooh, it's about to go down, baby.
We have 3 amateur and 2 pro title fights coming up. First one's going to be our 135 title, which is going by Tyrese Wilborn, who I know pretty well, and Bryce Crump. Actually, I know both of them quite well. They both have made a lot of noise in the MMA scene. Crump's been around a lot longer, but Wilborn's made a huge impact in a short time.
Absolutely. Last time Tyrese came to Cape Girardeau, he shook the entire city by putting out one of our undefeated best amateur fighters in the area. One of the best amateur fighters in Missouri, actually.
Yeah,
Tyrese came in and put down Ethan Ray.
Let's go back to that. I believe, Colton, you said, I don't know a whole lot about Wilborn, but Ray's been unstoppable. And I said, oh, he may win, but you're about to see a beast in Wilborn.